South Africa's tour of New Zealand started today. Matt Henry bringing back his youth in an exciting performance from him, which I haven't seen in years. Some good old runs by South African batsmen as they collapsed to fuck all, and New Zealand batsmen once again putting some runs on the board, but the pitch is making its way and doing its work. Welcome back, all of y'all, to the Sunday Cricket. I'm your host, Josh McQueen. Today, we're diving in, so that's right, the South Africa versus New Zealand first test match down in Christchurch. Now, both of them will be held down in Christchurch because of COVID reasons and makes it easier. But first off, we're going to be jumping in right into Matt Henry, bringing back and making me think, what the fuck has he been doing for all these years? Now, I never thought that Matt Henry could or would ever be a good freaking test match bowler. He does all right in the Plunket Shield here and there, getting some runs underway, but I never thought I would see him absolutely bolter a fucking South African side that's absolutely just berating an Indian side, winning two back-to-back test matches by 7 wickets in the second innings, and were controlling those Indian teams to keep them under 300 for the second 2 tests. They looked good and they batted quite well. But Matt Henry made them look like chump change kindergartners. Now, that might be the fact of South Africa having to be in quarantine for 10 days and them being stuck, not being able to practice or play, or, you know, there not being any warm-up matches now, as there used to be against club sides or against domestic sides in some games, like against New Zealand A's or New Zealand 11. So that might have not helped South Africa at all. And also them missing Kevin Peterson from their batting lineup. However, it does not make any exception to Matt Henry on his home turf at the Hagley Oval, absolutely berating them and showing why New Zealanders need to play more trust in him, and the fact that we shouldn't be missing Trent Bolt with what he's done. He just made me feel some things, you know, made me feel some things. But seeing his bowling, it was beautiful to watch. Dismissing Alga in the third over of the game. I think it was third over of the game. Dismissing Alga, the captain, for 1 run was from a good ball. But I must say, Matt Henry bowled absolutely amazing. He started off, I'll say a little bit, started off decently. Picked up like 3 wickets, I think, in his early overs for like 22 runs or so. And he picked up some of the biggest wickets. He basically made Dean Alga look like a fool. He got Aiden Markram from a very not great ball. That he chased it out. He got Rustin van der Dusten again caught behind and slips. Like, fuck me, the South African batsman, all they knew how to do was hit it to slips, but he absolutely bowled fucking well. His good bowling line and length made probably the rest of New Zealand bowlers look like chump change a bit with how he was bowling. Made Trent Bolt, everyone forget about Trent Bolt for the day. Everyone's probably like, oh shit, we probably don't need Trent Bolt back now. After Matt Henry's performance, I haven't seen a performance like this since he played, was it England or somewhere? I can't remember who played when he got back-to-back 3 wickets in the overs. Back-to-back 3 wickets in his innings, and bowling as well as that. But it's good old Matt Henry from Plunket Shield coming all the way down to the international service for us, showing New Zealand why he wants to be playing and should be playing every damn day. But yeah, England, Matt Henry made the breakthrough and took 2 big wickets of Hamza and Varane, who were looking really good until Varane sticks out his fucking... Oh no, so it wasn't Varane that got out first. It was Hamza, if I remember correctly. Hamza, who was going well, now batting well. They made a partnership from being 52 for 5, and they put on like 33 runs or so. And he just looked good, and then he goes and chases one outside off, like Joe Root was doing in the Ashes. Pushes his hands a bit too much and nicks it right behind to Tom Blundell, and then Matt Henry for an absolutely beauty of a delivery that was almost close to shouldn't being umpire's call, with just over half the ball hitting leg stump. It was a nice ball, good in-swinger, and just outdid Varane, who was looking also nice. Matt Henry then just decided to clean up the fucking tailenders with 2 good fucking balls that tailenders just can't do shit about. It's too good bowling for them, way too good. Like, this bowling's probably able to face if you're a batsman, but as they were bottom feeders, they could do fuck all, and they both dropped for 0. And that bowling from Matt Henry just fucking his last like few overs, picked up 4 wickets for like 1 or 2 runs. Fucking absolutely top-notch stuff, what you're getting from the likes of Bolt or Southey a lot of the time. Or, if I'm being, to be honest, Scotty Boland stuff. It's Scotty Boland stuff, mate. It's going fucking Pat Cummins, Australia's bowling lineup shit. In all fairness, with what Matt Henry's doing, fuck me, it's a surprise that he's being able to do this shit. Fuck, I was like, holy shit. I was like, fuck, I keep going on. I was like on and off the game, and the next thing I see is Matt Henry's on 2, then 3. And I click back on, and I see 95, and it was 95 for 9, or 94 for 9, and I see Matt Henry's got 7, and I'm like, Matt Henry's picked up 7. The man I don't rate at all as a fucking test match bowler. ODI bowler, I think he's amazing, but fuck me, he made me feel some things, man. He just made me go, maybe I overrated the South African batting lineup. Honestly, fuck me. I'll talk about that next, but fuck me, Matt Henry just absolute beauty display of the day, making New Zealanders feel some things, want us to get the groove on. He bowled the most overs at 15 bolters with 7 maidens, which basically means that he was bowling 1 in every 2 as a maiden, 23 runs, 7 wickets at an economy of 1.53. Absolutely pick of the bowlers of the day. Neil Wagner bowled tight, Gromholm bowled tight, and Jameson did as well, and so did Southey, but the other 3 could only pick up 1. Matt Henry was the standout bowler and performer of the innings, absolutely of the day, absolutely showing that South Africa are fucking shocking when it comes to New Zealand turf and being Hagley as it is a bowling pitch. Henry showing his home ground stuff, strutting his work and going, New Zealand, look at me, big boys, look at me, as well as everyone else going, what the fuck have we just seen? It was a display for the ages. It's good fucking shit. Since AJ's 10-wicket haul, I haven't seen anything better than what Matt Henry's just done against a very strong South African side who just dismantled India, however, in South Africa. But moving on, we've got to discuss what the fuck is South Africa's top order doing. Fuck me, okay. Their top 5's highest run scorer got 15 runs. They dropped their first 5 wickets in 28.6 overs for a total of 52 runs. I understand this is a test match, but come on, bro. You shouldn't be 5 wickets down that early. South African openers, Alga was on 1. I will talk about Iwi. Iwi looked good. It was his debut test, and he looked good. Focus on the South African batsman. He looked very well out of all of them. Looked good. He was playing some nice shots here and there. And then he just gets a nice ball that Kyle Jameson bowls. It comes up to him and swings late, and so he goes to the block shot. It just nicks off, and he goes. But besides that, Iwi wasn't good. But then he goes early. Markram didn't look good fucking at all. In all fairness, and goes to a shit ball. Well, I wouldn't say a shit ball. It was an alright ball. I wouldn't say it was amazing. Van der Dussen once again showing why he shouldn't be playing Test at all in my eyes. Whilst I was watching, he looked alright, but he's more an ODI player. And I think that if he's going to be playing Test, he needs to be playing ODI way Test. So basically like how Wagner sometimes does it, or Jameson, go out there, be aggressive, don't play slow, try to get around the ball. I think if he does that, he would become such a better Test player. Bavuma, once again, fucking doing shit all and gets up to the worst delivery of the day. Southey comes in, bowls it down the leg, Bavuma sticks his bat out there and chips it to fucking square leg. And just like gives his wicket away. Like the top order was 1, 10, 15, 8 and 7. The top order for South Africa absolutely shat their fucking pants. Like they went, and Matt Henry, Kyle Jameson, Southey just went, thank you for the wickets, thank you for the wickets. I'm like looking at it going, what the fuck? So Matt Henry picked up 3 of the top order, while the other 2 picked up 1 each. And I was just like, how the fuck has this happened? I was like, surely South Africa have got, fucking pick their shit up better than this. And it was abysmal to what South Africa have been doing. Their top order just folded. However, South Africa had some hope. They had a little bit of hope coming in, Hamza and Varane. Now, I looked at them, they started batting they looked good. Hamza was sticking around. He ended up, he didn't face 74 balls, but he was looking nice. He was playing it. He was waiting on the ball. So was Varane. They were looking to get a partnership going, and they were starting to get the momentum going. I thought this might be the South Africa's hope. Then both getting 50s, get them over the 120, 100, get them 150 run mark, get some decent runs on the board. But then they both fell to Both fell to Matt Henry. Varane fell to a fucking absolute belter of a ball. Can't do much about it. But Hamza just stuck his hands out, like I said, and got out. And it was that was basically the end of the South African hope, as they were 88 for 7 as soon as Varane got out. Marco Jensen just didn't even get the time to shine with the bat, as the bottom three below him at 9, 10, 11 decided that they were going to shit their pants to the likes of Matt Henry and not know how to bat. And fucking Rabana and Sturman went from 88 to 7 to 88 for 9 in the space of 1 over. So Matt Henry picked up 3 wickets in 1 over, absolutely destroying any hopes of South Africa regaining their shit and putting some more runs on the board. It's a poor display by the South African batsmen. This went across basically I think 2 sessions or nearly 2 sessions. And then Jordan Oliver gets out from Neil Wagner. Good ball by Neil Wagner. Oliver just couldn't handle it. Actually, he could have. He just fished outside off to a bit of a bouncer. Top is it right to Tom Latham for them to collapse to 95 all out for the day. South Africa absolutely shitting their pants. And just couldn't bat. Only picks up 95, and New Zealand has made them punish in their batting innings. With day 1 happening, and we'll going to discuss this as the next point of this, along with New Zealand's batting. What's up with South Africa's fucking catching? So New Zealand go in there, and they pick up young early on, within the first 11 overs. New Zealand looking alright, not scoring many runs once again. They need to score a bit earlier, but they went as slow as they were against Bangladesh or so. But yeah, they picked up Will Young early, which was good. They did, and then things started to move a bit. We got some more runs of Devon Conway coming in next, but yeah, Young got out to a good ball. We'll say they got out to Marco Jensen, who to me is looking like probably one of the best up and coming bowlers in the world. Looks fucking tight, bowls it well. And then they dropped Latham in slips. It was a easy catch, run of the mill, something you do in training catch, and they fucking drop it. And that's dropped catch number 1 by South Africa, costing them getting out Latham on 11. He stays around for a bit longer, only picks up 15 by a fucking beauty of a ball by Oliver. Fucking just off cutter, doesn't swing in as much. Latham's tried to cover the swing. Boom, just takes out off stump, and he has been sent home. Like no tomorrow. Tom Latham and Will Young are up and is falling for cheaply now. Devon Conway and Nichols are the ones in, and it comes down to them to pick up the shit that New Zealand is. They're 36 for 2, and I think you're looking at this thinking, South Africa 36 for 2, they should be in this. They can get some wickets more, but Conway and Nichols steady the ship a bit. However, Nichols did get dropped on 7. That's right, he got dropped on 7 in the slips. Again, second drop of the day. Coming down for South Africa, costing them more runs as he hits the next ball for fucking 4. And you're like, can you catch South Africa? Can you catch, boys? Can you fucking catch? Because I think South Africa's at home are like, oh my lord, catch you fucking morons. Because soon after, I don't know how many runs he was on at this stage, Nichols gives another opportunity as he goes for a cut shot, hits it directly to point, and he's dropped once again. And he should have been caught because it was a chance to catch him. And he's fucking dropped once fucking again. And he went on to play out the day. Didn't give up his work. I think he ended on 34 for the day. And we were making it down to the innings, batting well. They were picking up runs. And they were looking for it with, I think it was 10 minutes in the day, 4 overs to go. Bring back on Oliver. I think Oliver might have been bowling a couple overs. And Oliver, once again, fucking good ball, but just also not great. Conway sticks his bat out a bit more because he thought he was going to straighten up and nip back out and not in. And he edges it onto his wicket to fall early for what Conway could be considered not a best innings from Conway, as we've seen a lot better. But gets 36, getting us to 111 for 3. I think 2 overs to go, so not too long. And so he was batting well, looking good, but then he goes, and it's a little bit sad because I love Conway. He's a very good player. I love watching him. He's probably one of the best batsmen I've seen in a long time. He makes me just absolutely happy to watch him, like Mike Hussey did. Michael Hussey was the other batsman besides Devon Conway. They've made me feel things when I've watched them bat. Just absolutely a delight to watch. Like, you've got Kane Willis, you've got Steve Smith, Labuschagne, but just compared to Devon Conway and Mike Hussey, nothing for them to me. But yeah, Conway looked good. Nichols sticks around, making them punish for dropping him twice. And then Neil Wagner came in as the night watchman, and he almost gave his wicket in the last over. The ball comes up to him, fucking squares it right to the man under the lid, but gets dropped. I will give a bit harsh one to the under the lid guy. He did looked like it was coming off faster, but came off slower, moves his arms up, ball goes through, hits him in the armpit, and it dropped, and he drops it. But still, they got Wagner out. They would have had 3 if they took their chances. New Zealand would be about 5 wickets down now. By the end of the day, by the end of the session, would be fucked. Because we're coming into the last session of the day, and a few of us left in the play, would be absolutely fucked. So the day would end in their favour. We would be fucked. But no, they dropped Wagner. They survived. We get to 116 for the end of the day. I will say this: Rabada looked a bit loose. Didn't look so well. Didn't look. He had a couple chances to get wickets if they could fucking catch in the slips and. At point. But he was a bit loose. Sturman as well. It was alright, but he looked a bit loose, in all fairness. They opened for them, but I will give my applause to Marco Jansen, who is fucking looking like a beast for South Africa. He's tall, but I think he's built a bit more muscle for him to be an absolute beast, because he looks really good, got a decent amount of pace, but he's very good play. Picked up the wicket of Will Young, so he's got 1 wicket on his bat, and then Oliver picked up the other 2, who was expensive. In all fairness, he ended the day on like 40 runs of 7 overs. He got 2 wickets, but he was expensive as fuck for a test match. And that's what South Africa has been. They've been quite expensive by the end of this day. And yeah, you'd expect them to be a bit better, in all fairness, but they're not. I think missing out on Ngidi has lessened them. Like, he's a very good fighter. Good pace bowler, good opener. He's averaging 20.9, so I think them missing Nagiti's not helping. Them missing Kevin Pearson for the batting's not helping, and it's showing the weaknesses in the South African side. As the day one ended, you can just see the look on the South African faces was like they were distraught. New Zealand were 116 for 3 by the end of the day. They got rolled for 95, and then you head into day 2. And it's day 2. I wonder what's going to happen there. I hope New Zealand can bounce and hit it hard and, get the runs going. And because Wagner's out there, I know Wagner can put the pace on the bat. Hopefully he can go on and get some runs, and same with Nichols. But we'll have to wait and see how this all goes. So thanks for tuning in, and hopefully second day goes well. I see New Zealand absolutely smashing South Africa, so let's fucking go. Peace out.